A big giving day is underway across the Mid-Ohio Valley. Give Local MOV is a day hosted by the Parkersburg Area Community Foundation. For 24 hours, members of the community can donate online to nearly 60 nonprofit organizations before the midnight deadline. Our Cassidy Fury has the story.
Give Local MOV is a 24-hour online day of giving hosted by the Parkersburg Area Community Foundation, bringing local nonprofits together, all working to raise funds and awareness.
We have 59 local nonprofit organizations that are working to raise awareness as well as funds to support their important missions here in our community.
Donors can support one organization or give to a shared stretch pool that gets split evenly across all participating nonprofits. The minimum donation is $10 and matching money is also on the table.
And we work to raise matching money and prizes that are available to our favorite nonprofit organizations here in the area. The matching money was made possible by local businesses as well as local friends of the foundation who have provided those funds and then have asked the foundation to evenly distribute them among the participating organizations. It's an excellent way to give and to support multiple groups with one simple transaction.
One of those groups is Consumer Credit Counseling Service of the Mid-Ohio Valley, helping families work through debt, income loss, and budgeting while offering free financial education to the community.
We promote financial wellness in the community, and that comes through form of a counseling session where we sit down with families and help guide them through their financial situation. Maybe they're overextended with debt, maybe they've had a loss of income, maybe they just haven't looked at their budget in a while and need someone to help guide them. We also provide financial education. 99% of that is completely free to the community, and yet we look for ways like this to be able to raise monies and offset the cost to provide that.
Give Local MOV runs until 11:59 p.m. Tuesday night. To donate and see all participating nonprofits, head to our website, WTAP.com. Reporting from Parkersburg, I'm Cassidy Fury with WTAP News.